I don't care about people not liking me. I don't care for the reason that I don't look up to them. I just care what you're going to say about me. I just care about your opinions about me personally and whatever that I'm doing if I look up to you. If I wanted the life that you have. But if you don't have the life that I wanted, why do I care about your opinion? Why do I care about how you perceive me? Why do I care if you don't like me? You don't even love yourself. Like, holy cow. There's still a certain dilemma or certain thing that I can still can't grasp or I don't have until now a healthy coping mechanism for it. And that certain dilemma or worry that we are going to talk about tonight is about, do everybody needs to actually like you or needs you or love you, and why we have the urge inside of us that wanting their validation or attention, like what's happening. So yeah, that's our episode 16 in this channel, in this podcast. And like, I just love this topic. I love giving unprofessional advice in this sort of topics, especially that correlates to mental health, that correlates to being real, authentic, and vulnerability. So I just wanted to like talk about it with you all guys, and I wanted to hear things that, especially your experiences about that sort of thing, your experiences, whatever. I'm going to like listen and read all of that comments in the comment section. So yeah, we get started, guys. But before all of that, if you don't still know me and you click this video because maybe you are like curious about this specific topic or like you're kind of relating to this topic. So I'm Alondra and I usually do podcast sessions like this. Actually, I'm still a starter, but like I love psychology, neuroscience, philosophy, different kind of books, especially like history. That sort of things actually interest me, and you're going to see that sort of things here on this channel. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe so you can see my contents every week. Yes, guys, I'm going to be consistent as fuck. Like I'm going to like post a video every week. Actually, I'm planning to like post a video 2 times a week, but like I am still a student, so I'm still finding a time for that. It is so human and natural for us to wanted acceptance, validation, attention, and even connection from a certain group of people or just a specific people, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm me as a human. I also want that, but I think most of the time it's not necessary to like want that. It actually leads you to a more trouble, especially when you don't study the background of this person that you're getting to know with, whatever it is, like in friendship or like relationship. This past weeks, I have this like certain dilemma. Oh, so dramatic. Like, what? It's just like so dramatic of me. I don't know. It's just so dramatic to like actually tell you all that. I get hurt when people unfollowed me without me removing them, without them removing me. And in a age in the age of internet, that's supposed to mean that it's a kind of rejection in a way, but like not romantically, but platonically, right? Because you used to like hang with this certain person, and you're like, you see this person and follows you, it gives you the ick to like think, what do you do on them that makes them unfollow you? Like, you take it personally. It's so human. It's I think it's so universal to feel that way, to feel hurt when someone has followed you. Oh my god. Yeah, right. Like but for me, when like I'm experiencing that time, I was like, it's so childish to like think about it, to like care about it, to be bothered about it. But like I care. Okay, I care. That's why I talk about it, because I wanted to know if I really done something to this person, because I'm the type of person, like I'm having this con- set of conclusions, like I'm having this set of conclusions that what if I've done something to him, her, and and to this specific group of people, and they are all friends and they unfollowed me. Like I don't know, what do I do wrong? And also, it is not about this one specific person that I saw followed me. It is I saw that they are all friends. They are in a specific group of people, and I saw that they unfollowed me, and I was like thinking, what did I do wrong to them? Or like I'm having this anxiety or like set of conclusions that what if they are talking about me? Because at one time, like at one time, they are all actually unfollowed me, and like what the fuck? What do I need to like supposed to do with that? Like I don't do anything on that. Like in response on that, I was just like thinking, ruminating, what did I do wrong? And then in my part, I was like, feel rejected platonically, casually. And I was like, why don't why don't they like me? Like, is there something wrong with me? Like, is there something wrong with me like that they don't want, to the point that they follow me? Shit like that. Like I take it personally. And yeah, I think when I finally like when I finally let go of all of them, holy shit, why I strike the pose. And when I finally let go of all that and actually just accept whatever it is, because like I don't want like to make a scene, like to ask them like why you all unfollow me, like shit, like desperate move. Like I would just like let go of them and like just meditate, journal about it, and I was like just go on acceptance mode. And what I learned in that specific dilemma, a specific absurd dilemma, is that not everyone is going to like you, but it's okay. It's okay. Even though it's so easy for me to say that it's okay, sometimes we are just humans. We get hurt when we feel rejected. In what way? Maybe romantically, platonically, casually, it doesn't matter. Because we are just humans, it is so natural to us to want validation, to feel belong, to want attention and even connection from a people that you admire, maybe like look up for. Yeah, it is so natural. But then I'm the kind of person that I think about that like for like days, because like I can't seem to have peace if I don't sit down with my emotions. And I was like, okay, I finally accepted it. I finally learned my lesson. But like I was wondering, why does some people just don't like you? Like I wanted to know that, like scientifically, psychology, and especially neuroscience. I wanted to know why it's just like that. When a certain post on whatever platform it is, like on YouTube, like I literally saw this one person do a podcast about why people that doesn't like you, like no, that's wrong. Like why if people doesn't like you, it doesn't matter. And like she was saying that why do you even wanted them to like you when in the very first place you know personally in reality that they're not going to be good for you because in the very first place they're not going to do something that will hurt you, you know, if they care about your well-being, your emotional state, your mental state, whatever, right? And like holy shit, I just remember like a post on TikTok. Yeah, guys, I love my algorithm on TikTok, my FYP. It says that I don't care about people not liking me. I don't care for the reason that I don't look up to them. I just care what you're going to say about me. I just care about your opinions about me personally and whatever that I'm doing if I look up to you. If I wanted the life that you have. But if you don't have the life that I wanted, why do I care about your opinion? Why do I care about how you perceive me? Why do I care if you don't like me? You don't even love yourself. Like, holy cow, right? But like, don't get me wrong. It's just like it's so hard to have that kind of mindset because like I'm still practicing to have that kind of mindset. Because like sometimes I was like just so vulnerable. I'm so soft. But sometimes I can be a body just like that. And I care a lot. I give a fuck a lot. I just can't pretend that I don't care about a certain person or certain circumstances. Because if I don't care, I don't talk about it here to like let it out and like admit to you all that I care, that I give a fuck about things that, especially this dilemma, you know. I wanted to have that kind of mindset. I wanted to have that kind of mindset, but I also wanted to have this kind of mindset that is actually calm and peaceful. And I'm not saying that that kind of mindset is not calm or peaceful. I'm saying is that maybe there is a much better calm and grounded approach on that specific dilemma. And I'm still finding that. I'm still finding that thing, words, phrases that actually works for me and actually resonates with me. Yeah, I think it takes time. But like she got a point. If if I don't like your life, why would I even listen or believe in whatever that you perceive me of? You know? Like wow, god damn it. You're right. You're right. I hope I have a mindset like you. Holy cow. I'm so sorry guys if this podcast prolongs. I think this is going to like be 30 minutes podcast session again. Like I love talking. This is specific to them. So I know myself so far that I am actually listening and trusting my intuition. So I have this intuition. So yeah, like right, like what I said, what I so yeah, I trust my intuition and yeah, right. What I said earlier is that this group of specific person followed me and I feel rejected platonically, casually. And I was like thinking, what did I do wrong? Maybe maybe there's this thing that I'm doing that they don't want. And maybe it's personal, but like the point is I'm having this kind of anxiety back then that what if they are talking about me? What if they're talking about me? You know, like I'm not delusional. I and maybe I'm just like making things up, but like for me that's my thing. I trust my intuition so much, and like I know this specific group of people. They have so much issues on social media, like so many quarrels and enemies on social media. So I was like jumped to the conclusion that maybe they are, yeah, talking about me, but like I don't have any proof of that. And I was like, what am I doing? Why I am feeling this way? And it's so hard to let go. It's so hard to let go, guys. Maybe you are also experiencing this. I don't know. Maybe someone is also experiencing this. Please let me know. But like, it's so hard to let go. It's so hard, in a sense, to let go, that to just accept that, to prevent yourself from thinking that maybe it's personal. Maybe they are talking bad about you. Because in the past, it has a lot of proofs that people can do that to you, that people do that to you. I know. I just fall to that kind of anxiety, which is dreadful, which is ugly, which is absurd to feel in any way. Do I cope with that? I know it's so hard to let go. I know it's so unrealistic to this. I know it's so unrealistic to just like, oh, you just needed to accept that and just let go of them, be unbothered. I mean, like that kind of mindset, it is good as long as it actually works for me. But when I actually reflect on myself, it doesn't actually work for me. Like it's actually sitting at a not grounded mental state. I wanted some phrases that is actually sitting with calm and grounded mental state, emotional state. And I cope with that dilemma in the way that I was like, when I'm feeling that kind of dilemma the other week, I was like, okay, I just needed to like validate myself. Validate yourself, sit with your emotions, sit with your thoughts, and fight your inner, what's the called, whatever it called, like fight your self-sabotage thoughts, and stop claiming that it is your fault, that it is personal. Stop thinking that it is personal. Because I was like, if I sit with their shoes, if I'm going to put myself in their shoes, I was like, maybe like it's so human and natural if I don't like a specific person or group of people. Maybe it's so natural to like feel that on people, and you just don't need a specific reason to not like a specific person. Maybe you just don't want them. Maybe you just needed peace, like maybe your presence, or I don't know, I just can't explain it. Like maybe it's just like okay, and it's so totally fine if people don't like you, not in a personal way and not even in a hateful way. Maybe it's just like that because I don't actually like a specific person, even though I still don't hang out with them. I just don't need a specific reason to not like them. Like it's so natural. It's okay. But it is so okay also if you validate yourself, if you feel hurt and that's a specific dilemma or worry. It's okay to feel hurt. Validate yourself. Don't invalidate yourself. Don't take it as it's not real or it's not happening. Like because sometimes I do that. Like, oh no, it's not happening. Like everything is my fault. Like self sabotage stuff, shit like that. Validate yourself. I'm repeating the same words. validate yourself, wrote it down, or talk to your trusted friend about it, and like don't jump in the conclusions, especially if you don't have a hard proof on reclaiming what you were thinking. And that's how I cope with that. Like I just don't jump into conclusions because oh maybe this is like the thought that maybe they are talking about me is from my trauma response and my anxiety from the past and nothing to do with them. Because it's just like basically trauma response that actually just resurfaces every time that something triggers on it. But maybe they just wanted peace. I was like, maybe sometimes people just don't like you and it's fine and they just wanted peace and they just don't want you around, but it's not actually personal. Because, if you put yourself in their shoes, you are too actually don't like some people. And you don't need a reason for that, right? You don't need a reason for not liking the people. So yeah, let's go back. We are actually in the second part of this video. God, I love talking about this topic. So this doesn't connect. What I'm going to talk about in this part is not actually connected on what I am ranting earlier about this specific person that followed me or like rejected me. It's different, but like actually still correlates with the fact that it's okay to if people don't like you. So yeah, what I'm going to talk about is those kind of people that throw hateful opinions about you or crit- criticism and attacking your personality. It's personal. It's just full hatred from coming from hate like that. So let's go to that. It's not one thing. I was just like because I know what is going on in this kind of dilemma in this second part of the video. So if you are now actually relating to what I am saying in this podcast, I wanted to talk about that. Whatever that people says about you, especially if it's hatred, criticism, opinions that actually attacking your personality or your life, whatever they say, whatever hateful that they say about you is actually coming inside of them. Like take it as this. Whatever the people say about you or throw about on you, so listen. So take it as this. Whatever the people throw on you, says about you, especially hateful comments, criticism, and just pure hatred that actually attacking you personally. Those things, those hatred are actually coming from within them. They're just actually projecting themselves to you because they don't have a healthy outlet for that. They need an outlet for that, and they choose you. They choose you. They see something in you. That's why out of nowhere, especially people who loved to do whatever they wanted, people that is authentic, they are actually the main target of this kind of people. The people that is just like so hateful and mean. They see something in you. You do something that they are not capable or actually just afraid to do that. That's why they are projecting their insecurities, flaws, or whatever that they have inside of them. This actually, imagine it this way. I love giving compliments and love to people personally. And why is that? Because it exists inside of me that I needed an outlet for that so that love would continue to grow and grow and grow. But imagine if a person have this all hatred, all this fear and insecurities. What would you imagine to like that you can receive on them? It is also hatred. It is also fear and insecurity is projecting into you. But not everyone that has flaw, insecurities, trauma is actually like that. Most people like that are like that is just like don't have a healthy outlet for everything. You needed an outlet. What you give to others actually exists in you. There's just a hard proof on that is if you have a lot of love to give, you're also going to give a lot of love externally so that love would grow. And if you have this kind of hatred inside of you, if you don't have a healthy outlet and you wanted some other people to feel that way too, you're going to give hate to. That's just so simple. So yeah, that's just my perspective on that thing. This actually that kind of perspective actually helps me to cope with if people actually throw hateful comments, criticism, or opinions about me. We go on in life, and every time that people are like that to me, I was like, I am so sorry you feel this way. I hope that you heal from everything that you suffered and get you through life. And their response would be perplexed. Just like that. Also that's the reason why I'm so eager to learn about things about psychology, neuroscience, and sort of things to understand human behavior, personalities, and such as. And do I talk about everything here? Do I like actually effectively help you all if you're relating on this dilemma? Maybe. I hope so. And yeah, it's just like my dilemma. And yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. And I hope you all subscribe and comment on the comment section. Because I wanted to read all of them. I wanted to like doing these videos consistently so that people won't feel alone. So they feel less alone here. It's a hard world, hard life. Let's help